Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here as always. So if you guys didn't know, we just recently had a maintenance. It was a pretty long one. I believe it was for every single platform, and this is for June 26th. And I do gotta say, I just logged on to Trove. It reset my settings, my video settings. So in case you guys need to fix your video settings afterwards, just maybe you're not the only one. I had to do it as well. But I don't know, Trove feels a little bit, maybe a little bit smoother. I'm not sure if this is like a placebo effect because I want to believe that the servers got fixed. Not fixed, but like they migrated their servers. Now we have actual physical servers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, refer to my last video where I go over Yabaki, which is coming out soon, the event stuff, as well as them doing their server stuff, getting everything prepared. The real test is going to be on the event. It's going to be a big event, a 1 month long event, and I would imagine a lot of people would log in during that, so we're going to have to see how the servers hold up, especially on console as well. So I don't know, I'm curious. The game doesn't seem super buggy after the maintenance, so maybe it's actually good. Oh, I just had a little lag spike there. Maybe I spoke too soon. Either way, I want to go over the patch notes that they actually released for this. If you guys want a link to this, I'll leave it in the description down below in case you just want a hard copy of this, kinda. Maybe you can just print it out. I don't know. But we'll just go over it. So this is stuff related to Luxion, it looks like. So if a certain stat is being capped, so jumps in Trials of Luxion. So it looks like it's going to show in the character sheet. So if you guys go to the coin challenges, if you don't know, your stats get lowered. For example, if somebody were to invite you to a ship, for example, you meet the requirements, but you're in a coin challenge, the invite will not work. It'll say that they don't have the light requirement or something. So it's pretty much that kind of cap. So that's what they're referring to in the Trials of Luxion. So that's pretty cool. So that way we at least have an understanding of like what we have. Because if you don't know the Trials of Luxion, your stats are limited. You don't have your normal stats when you go in there. But pretty cool change there. Luxion added new event items to vote on. That's pretty cool, especially if they've removed stuff. I don't know why, but for specific events, they removed some items. So if you're trying to go for rank 1 mastery, you can't unless this brought them back. I wish they specified which items, but I guess I'm not sure. If you guys are missing an item, then maybe it'll be in there. It's cool that they added. Hopefully they bring back everything though. And next one is Trials of Luxion. I don't know why this one wasn't tied in with this, but I guess I don't really know. So it looks like we can start at difficulty 5. I want to see that for myself actually. Okay, they really weren't kidding. There is literally a difficulty for a lot of stuff now. So starting at 5. Okay, I think this makes it a lot better, like a better bang for your buck, as the saying goes. Feed a fish a man, they can live forever, something like that. So pretty much if you craft your unfortunate souls and you're like limited, you don't want to spend any more, you want to keep your qubits in flux, and you just happen to get one, you could just start at the very beginning and work your way up and just like fighting through the enemies and stuff. I guess them adding D5 is new, so I don't know if you get less venturing, but if you were to complete it here, I would imagine that you get very little venturing compared to if you complete it in D15, but I'm not too sure, and I also don't want to waste my unfortunate souls to test that specific thing. But it does seem like there is extra stuff related to it, so looks like it's talking about the quest line. The quest line just stuck around forever. I found it annoying mainly because I'm a completionist, so I like having things completed. So just having it having this show up on the side over here is just really annoying. But I'm assuming that's like you just complete it once and then it goes away. It does say multiple times, so I would imagine that it just goes away after. Yeah, it says after you complete it once. So after I do it one more time, then it should be fine. And same with you guys. Now this one's a huge one. I complained about this on day 1. But all it took was other people complaining about it. Makes it feel like my voice had like no impact at all with this, but as long as they fixed it. So the Luxion pack, if you didn't know, if your inventory was full and you completed the quest, you would get an item called a Luxion pack. It would go straight into your inventory, and if it was full, it would just drop on the ground and you just might not pick it up. You might not notice it. I didn't notice it, and I guess other people that reported the issue didn't notice it. So it looks like it goes straight into the Dragons tab, I guess. Do I think that's a good idea? Maybe. I feel like they could have done something else with it, but I'm gonna go over that in a separate video, which that's been a very long work in progress for a while. But regardless, I don't think it's a bad idea that it's in the Dragons tab thing, but it's just kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to just collect them though. Like, I hope that's not exploitable or in any way. Just purposely drop them and just collect them. I don't know. I guess we'll find out since I just mentioned that. But it is cool that you can actually continue through the trials, so you're not wasting your unfortunate souls because you're limited on those. But yeah, those are the main things. I guess there's some bug fixes, but before we get into that, shoutouts to Future for creating some designs, it looks like. I just find it funny that it says for real this time, as if they didn't add their stuff before. I don't know what the context behind that is, but I just think that's kind of funny. But anyway, we got a couple of things here. Obsidian Recipe Freedom of Flight ++ has been removed from the collections and can no longer be crafted at this. What? Wait, what? Recipe unlocker. Wait, wait, why did they remove it? Wait, I don't understand. Wait, they just removed it into, was this exploitable? Why is it gone? Wait, hold on. Wait, I have freedom of flight. But that one was, it said plus plus? Yeah, and then this one's freedom of flight. Wait, and then the potions here, unless they're talking about the very rare recipe drop that you get from the Sundered Uplands area, I don't know. That one's a weird one to me. But I guess if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below, because I guess I'm not too familiar with what's going on with that one. Okay, this one is actually huge. I cannot believe it took them this long. I don't know why this was an issue in the first place, but the mana maximizers, you can actually delete them now. So where is it? These things here. So I just middle mouse click in case you have this mod. Middle mouse click, you can actually trash them now. Before it said it was a valuable item. At a certain point, you just get so many of these. Like when you finish all of that stuff, you just have no reason to use them. So you just collect them for no reason. It's just a complete waste of space and just waste of an inventory spot. I'm glad we can at least trash it, but you do have the option of getting the fragments in case you want to go with that route. But if you don't care at all about the mana stuff, then you can just straight up delete it now. So I find that actually pretty handy. So shout out to the devs for actually making it deletable. Next one is fix an issue that caused delve bosses to drop the wrong hover cycle recipes. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't pay attention at all to what hover cycle goes with which boss. I've probably dropped a few of them in my lifetime. I can see that it would be a huge deal for other players that are actually trying to farm for it. But like the main thing I'm getting at here is I don't understand why this is getting fixed now and not like before. Seems like it'd be a pretty important thing considering like this game, the entirety of this game is you build up your character and you collect stuff. And if you're doing stuff like this, you kind of remove the ability to collect stuff. Because in this instance, if a specific delve boss is supposed to drop a hover cycle and you just don't get the drop, then I don't know, a player could just farm it endlessly trying to get that item because there might not be any on the market and they're just wasting their time. So I feel like that should have been fixed a long time ago, but that's just me. And then lastly, we got the bovine build master. So I would have mentioned this in my last video because this was also talked about with the whole Yabaki and Sunfest stuff, but I'm not much of a builder, so I'm not too familiar with like this section of the game. But if you're a builder, I guess they fixed a bug related to the bovine build master. So if that interests you, then that is taken care of. And yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully we have a better Trove with these new servers. Hopefully we have a amazing event. The current information we have revolving around the Yabaki stuff is that we're getting a Yabaki pinata. So imagine these, but a Yabaki themed one. And it's gonna have like new styles and stuff. We're gonna get a new pack. I don't know if it's gonna drop with the Sunfest stuff, but there will be a new pack. At least one. I don't know if there's gonna be multiple, but there's gonna be at least one. And I would imagine a pack specific to the pinatas as well. And for that information, I wouldn't have gotten that by myself. So shoutouts to Atronics for discovering all of that. So shoutouts to him. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you find yourself coming back, and I'll see you guys later.